Alright guys, it's been some time since I have been somewhat excited for Star Wars content, especially with how Obi-Wan ended up being. But it is D23 this weekend and they've been releasing a bunch of Marvel and Star Wars trailers. So they did release the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, and I'm going to check it out here because if there's one thing that I can say about Disney Star Wars, it's that Mandalorian has not been disappointing. Mandalorian has been the one thing about Star Wars that has actually worked. All right, let's do this.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of two.
Or are these just scenes from the last seasons so far?
But you have removed your helmet. Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Shut up. Okay, so they're going to Mandalore.
Your cult
Oh,
fractured
cool.
our people.
Wow.
Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Can't stand that woman, by the way. Don't know why they have to keep bringing her into it.
Ready for an adventure?
Yeah. Of course, it's next year. It's been 3 years since this show. All right, it looks solid. I'm not surprised it's coming out in 2023. I mean, the last time we had a Mandalorian season was 2020. I think the reason why is because Pedro Pascal, of course, had to film The Last of Us for HBO. And I do have a little bit of a feeling that he is going to start taking off his mask more often in the future of this show, considering he's not a true Mandalorian according to this corrupt cult that he was in before. This show and the future of this world they're building is actually made me rethink where they're taking the story. Because clearly Luke Skywalker is not going to be important to Grogu anymore, or at least that's how it looks right now. I mean, they did an unbelievable season finale in season 2 of The Mandalorian to bring Luke into the picture, to acquire Grogu for a new Jedi school, just to have the less than mediocre, the bad Boba Fett show pretty much take Grogu away from Luke Skywalker and back with Mando. Which means if Grogu is going to train to become a Jedi or some sort of Force user, he doesn't seem like he's going to be learning it from Luke Skywalker. It might have to be someone else, or for all we know, he might have to just learn it on his own. Now, with Star Wars, it always feels like we need a win. Whenever there is something that is released within the Star Wars world, in the beginning, it feels good, but then as the show or the film ends, you realize, like, wow, this was not good for the fan base. And we've had a lot of that recently. I mean, ever since Mandalorian Season 2 dropped, how many Star Wars projects have we had that just haven't been that good? Bad Batch was not good. Then you get Boba Fett, which we all thought was going to be gold, but they completely annihilated the Boba Fett character. Then we get Obi-Wan, which 100% has its moments. It's decent, but overall, it just was not executed properly, and it has a lot of serious inconsistencies and issues. It feels like Mandalorian is the only thing that really gets average Star Wars fans and hardcore Star Wars fans interested in what they're creating. Of course, at the end of the month, we do have Andor coming out, and next month we have another Star Wars animated TV show, which a trailer was dropped for that today as well, called Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. So hopefully with those shows, we can come out of it saying, damn, Star Wars has picked it up a little bit. Based off of what I'm seeing here as I'm skimming through this trailer, it looks like the budget has picked up. It looks like they've realized how popular Mandalorian was. The fact that the 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett that dealt with Mandalorian were more popular than the entire show that dealt with Boba Fett himself. This shows to them that Mandalorian is a strong future for, like I said, not just hardcore Star Wars fans, but average Star Wars watchers. It only makes sense to give Mandalorian a bigger budget. Now, the thing is, and I know it's probably not going to be this way, but Disney's gotta stop with these BS 6-episode seasons and 35-minute episodes, but with credits makes it 45 minutes. They are so damn cheap, and they have to stop with this. I would love if Mandalorian Season 3 had 8 to 10 episodes, with each episode being 50 to 60 minutes long. Amazon can do it. HBO can do it. Why in the world can't they do it? And the reason why I think longer and more episodes would be better is because this season looks like they are trying to reclaim Mandalore. And that is not something you should be able to fly by in 6 to 7 episodes, all worth a half an hour long. These should be more in-depth and detailed episodes. Based off of what I saw in the trailer here, I'm looking forward to this season because whereas the last 2 seasons have been primarily about the baby, it's been trying to figure out how Grogu is so important, trying to find a teacher for him to learn the ways of the Force. Now we get to explore the lore of the Mandalorians. And the question is, who are they liberating Mandalore from? And will Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian even be friends with one another? Will they be against each other? Will things be a little hot and cold? What is the deal? And of course, I can only assume that the Darksaber is going to be a big player in this show, because the minute he returns to Mandalore with the Darksaber, technically you should be ruler of Mandalore. I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of infighting for this lightsaber, and there could be a lot of moments that this show might act like a Game of Thrones, where a lot of very important popular characters get killed off and you never see it coming. Now look, this is probably going to end up being a lot shorter of a video than I usually make, and that's because with Star Wars, they don't always like to share the best of details. They'll release you a project and they'll say to you, hey, you gotta wait 18 years for this, so keep an eye out. Or they'll release a project and they'll say, hey, it's actually coming out tomorrow. There's no in between with them. And even when that does happen, we don't know anything more about that project other than the trailer we just saw. There's a lot of questions we want answered from this season. What's going on in Mandalore? Who will lead Mandalore? Who's gonna end up with the Darksaber? Is Grogu going to train in the Force? Will we learn more about his past? Will Ahsoka show up again? Will Luke Skywalker show up again? There's a lot we want to know. And I won't be surprised if maybe 1 or 2, max 3 of those questions are answered. We all got to assume that one day Grogu has to get out of this baby phase. One day he's got to grow up to be a little bit older, and he has to start using a lightsaber or moving things around with the Force. Like, there's got to be a time where his physical development is actually going to develop. We all here agree that baby Grogu is cute. That's a big reason why a lot of people watch the show. But that can't last forever, and it's gotta go somewhere. As much as I love The Mandalorian, as much as I deep down will always appreciate Star Wars, I can't help but feel betrayed by a lot of what Disney has done with Star Wars. So at the end of the day, even though I am optimistic about the show, I just hope this new season feels earned. But anyways, everyone, that was the season 3 trailer for Mandalorian. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything in the trailer that I missed and you want to mention to me, or just in general, let me know what you think of the trailer and the season as a whole until we get it a year from now. So that's all I got for you on this one, and until next time, I will talk to you all very soon.